Welcome back, America. Well, it's really the first 100 days of the Trump administration. Who better to comment on this than our friend Newt Gingrich? Newt, I'll just make this one observation. It's been 100 days. You know, it hasn't been 4 years. And he's been, the president, extraordinarily busy. He's looking under every rock. He's doing a lot of things that no president has ever done. He's attacked for doing that. And then he's attacked, well, but he didn't do this, and he didn't do that, and he didn't accomplish this. What do you make of the first 100 days and his critics?
Well, I think you have to, they're not just his critics, they're his opponents. They oppose everything he's doing. They lie about it. The recent polls in the major left-wing publications, they're all lies. They use totally false models that underrepresent Republicans by as much as 16 to 20%. And guess what? If you skip the Republicans, you can get a pretty good poll against Donald Trump. But when you add the Republicans back in, you get a pretty good poll for Donald Trump. So places like Rasmussen or Matt Towery and the poll he does, all those polls, people who actually go out and get an accurate measure find that Trump is in pretty good shape. Despite all the challenges, despite all the attacks, he's doing fine. People who want to lie about it, and then we need to get used to the word lie. The left lies. They're lying about Medicaid, where Republicans are actually increasing it, not cutting it. They're lying about what Trump is doing. They're lying about the power of district courts. You just go down a whole list. And they're doing, but they're doing it, they're not critics. These are his opponents. They represent a totally different America. They are terrified because for the first time since Franklin Delano Roosevelt, 90 years ago, think about that, for the first time in 9 decades, we have a president who is profoundly changing the establishment, taking on the old order, creating a new system. We only seen this 5 times in American history. Jefferson, Jackson, Lincoln, Roosevelt, and now Trump. And it's truly historic, and frankly, I'm sort of amazed at it.
It is historic, and that's why they're trying to block him every way they can. That's why we have a judiciary that is more despotic than ever. And that's why we have a Justice Jackson coming out and making an outrageous statement, really, in my view, in violation of judicial ethics. It's so left-wing and so obviously ignorant and false that they will do anything humanly possible to stop Donald Trump, and they're using the courts, as Woodrow Wilson advised them to do, to try and block him. But even so, what Donald Trump is doing, and you say, look, what has he done in the first 100 days? Well, for one, he secured the border. And Biden couldn't do that in 4 years, and he didn't want to do it in 4 years. That's number one. Number two, unemployment is way, way low. Inflation is way, way low. And his economic package hasn't even been passed yet. You know, you were there. Reagan passed his economic package in August of his first year after the assassination attempt. Here we are. It's barely May. They're trying to get his package passed. And I think once he gets that package passed, I think you are going to see the economy explode in a positive way in terms of wealth creation and so forth. What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, nobody's covering the scale of the investments that are pouring into the country. We're going to see $7 to $10 trillion in new investments. Mercedes made an announcement about expanding its Alabama plant the day Trump was at the University of Alabama. As you know, my wife, Calista, has been nominated to be ambassador to Switzerland. 2 major Swiss companies just announced a total of $73 billion in additional investments. So I think the investment boom, the new tax bill, which should be passed and signed by July 4th, we could have by next summer of 26 a Trump boom underway, which would give us control of the House and Senate again.
When we come back, Newt Gingrich, the Democrats are going to their old playbook: smear, attack, Hitler, and now impeachment again. You think the American people are sick and tired of this? What is their program exactly? We'll be right back.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.